has been such a long time. Even though we've still been talking every single day, we've actually not recorded an episode since the start of December. It's almost the end of January. So welcome to season 3 of Talks with Dorks, your go-to geek podcast. Yes, we're back with a brand new season, and yes, this is episode 2. We showed you and told you that we were going to bring things bigger and better when we came back, and we started with a bang. Obviously, technically, you haven't even seen it yet as we've recorded, because episode 1 was recorded this morning. Episode 2 is being recorded tonight, but we've got a big episode coming for you before this one comes out. Ricky from Geordie Shore, yes, comes on the podcast and talks about his geeky side. But that's not what we're here to talk about tonight. I've ranted on for quite a while already. The boys are eager to start talking. Tonight, as much as I wanted a full team to get back on the first episode as a team, 2 of them couldn't be bothered to turn up, as always happens. So Woody's here. Wood, how you doing, son?
Hello. Season 3, let's do it.
Yeah, you
Looking
ready?
forward to this. Yeah, man.
There's a little smirk on your face because you just know season 3 is going to be the biggest. Laferde's joined us as well. He's even not sat on the end of his bed. He's got a chair. He's got a bit of a
chair and a laptop.
Chair and a laptop, like that he always had. He was just being a little bit lazy, mate. Yeah.
Bigger and better season 3.
That's
Before
it, mate.
we go any further, obviously a quick catch up, obviously, of what's been going on with you guys, us, Laferde. That joke, all jokes aside, how's the vision?
Not great.
Still not good.
No, got a contact lens trial tomorrow because apparently that can help. But still waiting on operation.
They've taken that long to say we should give contacts a try. Good.
No. To be fair, they recommended it a while ago, but I don't like the idea of putting something in my eyes every day.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
But now it's getting to the point of like desperation where
that's it.
It's better than not seeing it all.
You can see clearly, I hope. But how's my great niece doing?
Really good. She's growing up quick.
You're lying, because I know full well that you texted me this morning saying she was a little sod last night, so she kept you up.
Oh, last night, yeah.
Don't beat around the bush. She's at that age.
She slept all day today, pretty much, and then got awake all last night. But yeah, it's
Guys,
great.
we've got season 3 kicked off. We've got so much, and we've said this all the end of season 2, but we've got so much going on that it feels like we've been doing this the whole time, even though we've been on a break. But this is the first episode of us actually being together. So, okay, let's not mess around. We've got a lot to catch up with. We're trying to keep the timings down as much as it is. There's been a lot going on in a couple of months. So let's dive in with one of the biggest things that's happened. It was about to happen when we recorded last, but it's happened. The Superman trailer dropped. Boys, you've just watched it. I've watched it about 100 times at this point. Superman to me is, I love Power Rangers, I love Batman, but Superman is my guy, is my number one. So, open the floor to you guys. What's your opinions? You've just watched it. How did you find it?
Well, I'm more of a Batman sort of guy. However, this does look pretty like it's got a little bit of something about it. I like the fact that there's some sort of Godzilla in it.
A kaiju, as they've been referring to.
Kaiju, yeah.
So
okay.
It's like a Godzilla creature,
Yeah.
but obviously...
Like a giant creature, basically.
The tables are open. Godzilla is a Warner Brothers product, so that could happen down the line.
Godzilla versus Kong versus Superman.
There's been a comic, Godzilla versus Superman, so
There has.
if James Gunn, basically, it's still up in the air. Like, I heard a thing a couple of weeks ago that James Gunn, who is obviously now in charge of DC, we all know James Gunn as Mr. Guardians of the Galaxy,
Yeah.
Peacemaker, the Suicide Squad. If James Gunn is doing what we see he looks like he's doing, he's putting some thought and effort into this and giving us what we want, this will be an amazing universe that could go on for a long time. But I've also been reading rumours that he's still on, what's the word, what's the word when he's still on a trial period as such. Like, if Superman doesn't work, if Superman doesn't hit like it should, or like they want it to, he's out. And it starts again. They'll get a new Superman, a new Bat. It's like, please don't. Please, fingers crossed, James Gunn. If I have every faith in you, because I looked at that trailer, I saw a Superman I can believe in, a Superman that looks comic accurate, a Superman that has a crypto I
Yeah.
mean, Crypto, the second he whistled or his mouth went to whistle, I knew what was about to happen. That is a cool, and that is a cool looking dog. I, I
Yeah.
I'm in for Crypto. Crypto's going to sell some merch over the next year or two.
Yeah, he will. Even like pet clothing and pet accessories, everything.
There'll be toys, there'll be everything. I'm guaranteed we'll have at least 2 Crypto teddies in this house.
Mm.
I'll buy them for the kids, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
I dictate what they should be into. Like Jacob's currently into wrestling because I mean, clever. I'm getting him into wrestling this year. I'm down there for dancing. Okay, so with Superman being the big boy Blue Scout, obviously, I don't know if you noticed, they're not going with a Superman origin. They're not going to tell us the
Yeah,
story of how he became Superman. As far as it has been said, and as far as it's going forward, Superman will already be active
quite
in
established.
Metropolis, so he'll be established. I personally believe that scene that opens the trailer where he lands and he's in pain. I think that's the opening.
You reckon? I think it
That'd be
might be the
cool.
end.
No, because I think because just the way like it opens the trailer so well. Like again, you're not if you're clever, you're going to give us some good bits in the trailer, but you're not going to give us the main bits,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
further bit, the surprises and stuff like that. So if it opens like that, if he's an established one, he's obviously they're showing that he's established to the point that he
Yeah.
knows he can get beaten in some way, he can get beaten and hurt. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because it's not like okay, we're waiting for someone that can prove himself against Superman. We're waiting for
Yeah.
Superman to prove himself, and that's what I want. What
Not
do you
the
think?
whole. He's got to learn how to control his abilities, and it's like what they do with Spider-Man, isn't it? Really, like instead of it being Uncle Ben dies every single time, they just sort of had him already quite far into it.
Yeah, like with the MCU Spider-Man, which again, I said this the other day, and I can't remember who I said it to, but yes, people might go, I want to see the origin of this version of Superman. Who says
Mm.
that can't do it? Who says? Because look what they're doing with Spider-Man. There is a new Spider-Man TV show coming that
Tomorrow,
it starts tomorrow.
tomorrow.
It would have been 2 weeks ago by the time this comes out, but this new TV show Spider-Man comes out, and if I'm right, I did watch the trailer, but I can't remember.
Freshman year or
But
something, innit?
it's his freshman,
School.
so it's where, and I saw a clip actually where he gets bit by the spider,
Right.
and by the looks of it, it's outside the school. It's not in a lab, and it's when he's first starting at school he gets bitten. So they're going back and doing it, and it's the Peter Parker we know. So why can they not do that with
Yeah, yeah, they
Superman
can
or
still
Clark
do it. You
Kent?
just don't mean they have to start with it.
They could even do it not animated and do it in a movie or even a TV show because everything's linked.
A series,
Movies
yeah.
will be going linked forward, which brings me on to the Batman. Have either of you seen the Robert Pattinson Batman
I
movie?
love that film.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you've seen it. It's a good film, right? Obviously, Penguin series. I still haven't seen yet. I've
Yeah,
watched
I've not
episode
watched
one.
that either.
It's one of them. Every night I go, I'm going to put that on, but then I go, I'm going to fall asleep to it. I'll fall asleep halfway through an episode. I won't pay attention, so I don't end up putting it on. So I'm like a month well overdue watching it at least.
I heard that it starts very slowly. Like you've got to let it build up and get through the first couple of episodes.
Oh, like obviously I'm a big advocate for Kevin Smith and his podcast, and they literally rave about how good it is and how good he is. I saw a clip of behind the scenes where he's in the suit and you hear Colin Farrell, not the Penguin. He's in his
Just hear
normal
him
acting.
talking
And it's
normally.
so freaking weird. Like, it's just like that's because he absorbs that character so well. But the reason I brought up the Batman 2, there's now it's been delayed again. There's now rumours flying around the internet. Either it's not going to happen because they're just going to continue with the DC universe they're building
Yeah,
from
yeah,
James Gunn,
restart it.
or he is going to be the Batman in the DC universe.
See, I've seen that he's going to turn up at some point in the Superman film.
What you think Pattinson Batman
I
will?
mean, I don't know. I couldn't see it working, not with how established he already is. It's not
Well,
going to be like a Batman v Superman scenario, maybe.
think about it. That was Batman year one, so
Yeah.
he was already established in that. He's only had one movie,
No, I mean,
Superman,
Superman's already established story, like so.
but so's Batman.
Yeah.
And if you, I have again. this is the problem in there. Creature Commandos, which is the animated TV series that is DC, and it's technically the first thing in the DC universe, because whatever's in it, if it's in that cartoon, is going to be part of going forward in the DC.
All right.
So it's canon. It is canon, Creature Commandos. In Creature Commandos, spoiler alert if you've not seen it, but you see Batman looking for, like, the shadow of Batman looking for a window. So there is a Batman. His suit in the
Right.
cartoon looks bigger
Aren't
than
they on
what
about Ben
Patterson's
Affleck
would look
getting
like,
another one?
because his is quite skin tight, isn't it? I don't know. I don't know which way they're going to do. I don't want them to cancel it. I don't want them to not give us another Pattinson, because
He did
let's
really
face
well.
it, he did an amazing job.
Yeah. I was actually in Liverpool when they filmed. You know the scene where he jumps off of the GCPD?
Yeah.
That filmed in Liverpool.
Yes, it did.
It's Liverpool, like, town hall, I think. So I left a Comic-Con that day, actually, down by the docks, and it's like the route out of Liverpool I'd go. And there were, like, police holding the streets up because they were filming.
Was that the Comic-Con where you got Ronnie's?
Potentially. I think it might
It
have
would
been.
have, it sure it would have been,
Yeah.
because it would have been 2020.
Yeah.
Wow. There you
Yeah.
go. Oh, that's really cool.
Busy day for me that day.
Yeah, literally. And you still never told me the full story. I've never seen the pictures of any of that day at all. I just got this toy signed by
I
Jason
didn't
David
actually
Frank.
take many pictures of that day, to be honest. I wanted it to be a complete, like, enigma.
Fair enough. I mean, I believe you are an enigma. I can't even say it.
Oh, I'm something else, alright, but that's for a different episode.
Yeah, where we delve inside.
Come on, boys, we're on a time limit here. We haven't got all day.
We're already at 12 minutes. It's all good. Yeah. So the rumor is that I mean, again, until something's in concrete, we don't know. I hope they don't completely scrap off the Batman, but I think I'd rather them scrap it off than bring his version into that universe. Not because, but because I like how dark his version is.
Yeah.
James Gunn's looks a bit light. It's going to be
Looks-
rough, and there's going
Yeah,
to be
yeah.
some action, but it's going to be a comic style. This one's dark and gritty.
You need to keep the grittiness about it, don't you?
I'd rather keep that separate for now. But listeners, people who are watching, what's your opinions? Do you think they should scrap off the Batman? Should we get more? I want to see more, but if they only want to keep one Batman, do they go scrap it off? I don't know. Right, Woody,
Yeah.
what do you think? What would
Think of what?
you liked Pattinson?
Yeah.
Would you be happy to just never see another film of his, or are you happy you've seen that one? Bear in mind, Joker 2.
Yeah.
Ooh.
No, I think they should continue it.
Mm.
I don't think it should be scrapped. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed his film. So, yeah, you know me, it's not my cup of tea, all of these films, but I watch them. I started watching a lot more of them. So, but I wouldn't scrap it.
Do you think it
I
could
want them to
work
continue.
even if it stayed as a separate sort of universe?
Yeah, because that was the plan, wasn't it? Was to have
Yeah.
those worlds. And this is what I've said. Because, I mean, yes, I'm butthurt that Henry Cavill isn't going to be Superman anymore. I'd love to see more Ben Affleck. I really would. Jason Momoa as Aquaman. But at the same time, I understand James Gunn's vision on it is that he needs to start a universe from the beginning. Henry Cavill is in his 40s now. In 10 years' time, he's going to be in his 50s. He may not look like Superman.
Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, yes, but Wolverine. But he basically, at the end of the day, he needs a Superman that can be Superman for at least 10 years.
Yeah.
But at the same time, this is what I mean. James Gunn's not stupid.
Mm.
Once he's established a universe, once we get a Justice League connected, we get a Justice League story. Why would he not open the multiverse like Marvel have? And there is a lot more toys to play with.
Yeah.
There is a lot more toys to play with. He could, if it's not too late, bring back Michael Keaton again, George Clooney, maybe not Val Kilmer because obviously he's sick, but he could bring in Pattinson. He could bring in Ben Affleck. He could bring in Henry Cavill Superman, Gal Gadot, Aquaman. Jason Momoa's not going anywhere. Have you heard the news about Jason Momoa?
No.
Jason Momoa's been recast in DC as someone else.
Really?
I don't know
Wonder
if
Woman.
either of you would. Batman fan, you should know who he is, I think. But would you probably know? Lobo?
Okay.
Lobo. Do you know who Lobo is? Yeah.
No.
Let me get a picture of him for Woody.
Yeah.
I'll,
Woody's.
I'll
Yeah,
Google it.
have a look. Lobo
Oh yeah,
is
yeah,
Lobo is Jason Momoa. Look at him.
yeah. He literally is.
He's literally wanted that part since the day one, but obviously he took Aquaman because they were like, look, we're going to re-envision Aquaman and make him look cool. They made $1 billion with it, so they did a good job. He was Aquaman, but he's always wanted to be Lobo. So it's now happening. He's going to be, obviously, the second film, the film they're filming right now, is Supergirl, the Girl of Tomorrow, or Woman of Tomorrow.
Woman of Tomorrow.
Woman of Tomorrow. So, and they've just released the picture where Millie Alcock, who's playing, or Alcock, so awkward name to get wrong in it. She's like Alcock or Alcock. Trying not to be crude and to be as sweary as before, but fuck it, sometimes you've got to let it go.
Sorry, Tony.
So we're back. Yeah, she's released a picture where she's sat in the chair and you can see her version of the Superman symbol, or the super symbol, the House of L symbol. It looks really cool. And he announced that he is going to be Lobo officially in that movie. So hang on, this is what I mean. We're getting James Gunn's movies out there. I can't even remember why I was talking about Supergirl or Jason.
Batman too.
Are we not 5 minutes past now? I'm sure that was at the 12-minute mark. We're still at Batman 2.
I can't remember what you're talking about either.
We talked
Right.
about it being a separate universe, didn't we? And then opening
Yes.
the multiverse.
So, again, they can open all of this up. So, yes, this is what I'm saying. He's cast these guys that can do this for 10 or 20 years, but he can open this up and still have more. I don't think we've seen the last of Henry Cavill. I mean, Michael Keaton, yes, but there is always that Batgirl movie that is hidden in a vault somewhere that was completely filmed, that he was in, that's got scrapped. But there is that is out there in a vault somewhere from a couple of years ago, and I think one day we'll get that. But
We'll get director's cut.
Michael Keaton, I'd love to see him back, obviously, at some point, but without being horrible, he's at the age where it's a limited time he can play Batman. Very limited. And I'm just glad I got to see it once more.
You know what? I wouldn't mind Mark Hamill voicing the Joker again.
He always said he wouldn't do it without Kevin Conroy.
I know he did, but I feel like there's some sort of amount of money that might tempt him.
But where would he voice him?
Even if it was just like when they open up the multiverse and there's a cartoon universe sort of thing.
Like a callback to it.
Yeah.
I mean, again, they did it in Marvel where they went for the multiverse.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Like the Paint universe, didn't it, or something?
Yeah.
So yeah, and I think there was a cartoon version as well, wasn't there, in that multiverse?
Yeah, there were. Yeah, that's what I mean. They could even bring the Lego people into it. You know what I mean? Like it's so many options. And the video game people.
I think it's doable. I think it's absolutely doable.
I might message James Gunn now with a few ideas.
The thing is, this is what I love about James Gunn. He answers people's questions, and like when people are put in a room, like, "Yo, James, is this true about this?" He'll just go, "No, that's not true," or "Yeah, that is happening." He's quite open.
It's
That's
cool.
why I like.
It's good that.
It's a good way to be because I've got, as I said, I've got the faith in him. We'll see when Superman comes out.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
I don't think it's going to fail. Personally, I think he's going to smash it.
I mean, listen, again, Superman, Krypto, Guy Gardner, which is questionable. He's the guy with the blonde hair and the funny hairdo, which is Nathan Fillion, which people have questioned the look. But if people are questioning that look, they don't know Guy Gardner. That's exactly his haircut. If you look at him, one of my favourite comics is The Death of Superman. He's in that quite a bit. And I always remember thinking, that guy's got a dodgy haircut. He's got it. You've got Hawk Girl. You've got Mr. Terrific. You've got the Kaiju. You've got Nicholas Hoult, as you said, Laferde, as Lex Luthor.
Yeah, he's a very good actor.
And he went on. Michael Rosenbaum played Lex Luthor in Smallville. He has a podcast called Inside of You. Nicholas Hoult went on there after he'd been cast, and obviously two Lexes talking. Michael Rosenbaum said to him, "What's your inspiration for this?" And he went, "You." And he went, "What do you mean?" He said, "Well, you're my Lex. I'm at the age where I grew up with you.
Yeah.
You were my first Lex." So, and he's really good legs, like an amazing legs. He's one of the biggest parts of that show being so successful was Lex Luthor and how well he played off of Clark Kent. So he's drawn from him, and when you see him in that thing, he reminds me of him. Reminds me of him, but I think he's going to be really good in the role. Really good.
Good.
Yeah.
From one superhero to another of my biggest superheroes of all time, the King of Pop, Michael Jackson. The movie is due out this year. I said to you there was a little bit of news about it, and so it got released a couple of months ago that it'd been put back a couple of months. Now it's going around that there may be a problem with the movie, and the problem is the third act. The third act was
The third, not Laferde, by the way. I'm not in it.
Yeah, no.
You
Oh
sure?
my God, if you make a cameo in that movie, oh mate, I'll be down for that.
Just walking through middle of the street or something.
Yeah, just
Just
go,
you and Moon.
yeah, just you and Moon walking through.
Michael Jackson buys some moon gravy.
The problem with the third act with the movie, supposedly the movie's third act is dealing with the 1993 allegations against Michael, which is the first time he got accused of the stuff he did not do. He did not do. And they've come against the problem that there was something signed when the allegations were taken over court that
Yeah,
there
'cause
could
he
never
paid out,
be.
didn't he?
Yeah, he paid out, but again, listen, he may have paid out of court to make him go quiet, but at the end of the day, if your kid had, I'm going on to it, if your kid had been put through that, what would you rather do? Take the money or put that person in prison?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So there you go. Anyway, Michael Jackson is innocent forever. Mother. So at the end of the movie is dealing with the allegations, and there was something signed or some kind of document that the family of that person who the allegations came from, that there could never be a movie about those allegations or a documentary made about those allegations.
Right. It's kind of hard to do a documentary about him then without it.
I mean, you can move over from it. I think you could step, because obviously it's horrible. I hate saying it, but they're on. I don't know, but they've obviously got to go. They've had to go. Well, that's the entire end of this movie.
Yeah.
We need to go back and restart it. Again, this is what I'm worried about. Is I've been looking forward to this film. I know it's going to deal with. Go on.
I'm sure the family or one of the families that sued Michael did a documentary of themselves anyway about it all.
You're not talking about that Leaving Neverland, are you?
Could be, yeah.
Leaving Neverland.
Does that not bring that specific one up?
It touches. I've only ever seen it once, and
Yeah.
I just remember how angry it made me. So angry.
But
So you
that's
liked
what
it then,
my
yeah?
point is. My point is why were they allowed to do it
So
and they can't put it in this film?
again, for as far as I know, the third act is dealing with the first allegations, and that's the problem they've come up against. The other allegations, they might have to rewrite it and deal with the other allegations. I don't know, but the other, obviously, Leaving Neverland, as a reminder, was. I don't even want to say their names, but there's two guys that go on there and they accuse him. That is the first time their allegations was there and then on that documentary. 4 months before that documentary was filmed, one of them, I can't remember which one it was, but the main guy of the two, was in an interview saying that Michael Jackson was innocent.
Yeah, the little cunt one that. Oh, I'm swearing, but he's a little prick in that fucking in that documentary. I can't stand it.
How am I the one that's managed to not do swearing?
Listen, I've told you we can swear. I like that. I noticed when I swore, both of you looked as if to say you. What's the word?
So we're in our PG era now.
2025 talks to dogs PG. and I
Yeah,
love
season
it.
3 is not bigger and better. Season 3 is a PG.
Yeah. Where's my John Cena belt?
Can't
But-
see it.
Leaving it, yeah. So he accused Michael Jackson, and like from the story goes is that he only decided that Michael was guilty when they were making MJ the musical, I believe it is, and he wasn't allowed to choreograph it. He was desperate to choreograph this show. They said no. Michael was then guilty. Why would you want to choreograph the show even before.
If it'd done something to you.
Why was you still? Yeah, sorry. So again, you go into that documentary. There is a video on YouTube where it's side by sides it, where the other kid in it is telling stories that, like for example, stories about Michael did things in the train station at Neverland, the train station that was built a year after that kid had last been there, so he'd never been to that train station. But anyway, and there's a story he tells that is word for word the exact same story that comes from the kid who made the first allegations in his book that was released in the 90s. It is word for word exactly the same what he says in that documentary. So anyway, before we ranting on about Michael Jackson being innocent and that,
Season 3, Michael Jackson is innocent. Whole season just on that.
MJ is king. This is the name of the episode now. MJ is king. Long live the king.
But Elvis was king.
Elvis is the king of rock and roll. MJ is the king of pop.
I don't want any trouble.
Okay. What did you say?
Said I don't want no trouble.
I thought you said I had trouble. I was like, I know.
Just brings it up any situation.
Yeah.
Blind.
Right. So yeah, basically the film should become. This is all I'm worried about. Is, I mean, again, I'm a Michael Jackson fan. Obviously, Woody, you are. Laferde, I think I had to check with you beforehand because I have to check what kind of person is going to talk about Michael Jackson before I get into an argument. But you weren't like a Michael Jackson fan, but you appreciate what he did.
I mean, I like some of the music, but it wasn't really my era. So I know the songs, but I don't be like anywhere near my top 10.
Would you go see the film?
Oh yeah. I went to see the Robbie Williams one today. Like I'd go see the film.
How was it?
Any good?
Unbelievable. Like I didn't think the whole monkey thing would work, but it was very, very good. And sorry, Neve, but Neve spent the last 4 hours crying about it because it's just really sad.
But do you know who Neve is, Wood?
I hope I do.
Yeah, it's his missus.
Right, well, because he only mentioned it the first time the other day. I was like,
yeah, that's when I found it.
yeah, it's like
it was like a group surprise, everybody.
Yeah, I've been engaged to her for 3 years. We're getting married this year.
Yeah,
DJing.
This bit needs editing out, boys. Thanks.
So it was good because obviously, like this movie's caused some controversy in America, isn't it? Have you seen it all over TikTok? They're like, "Who's Robbie Williams?"
Yeah, I've seen that. I didn't understand that.
Because he's not, obviously over there. He's not. He's not.
Back then, surely he would have been.
No, he never made it in America.
Ah,
it's weird. Some of them.
Interesting.
Some of the people that I think Take That did, but he didn't.
Yeah.
I think I may be wrong. I mean, I don't know. It might be. Should be in the film, I suppose.
No, it literally stops with his. Well, not without any spoilers. It stops way sooner than you'd have expected it to. Like in terms of his timeline.
Okay, fair enough. But
yeah.
It is him. It's his story. It is his story.
Yeah.
But it's just he's a monkey in it. He's the only person that's a monkey, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. Yeah. So, I mean, it looks good. I want to see it. I do want to see it.
Yeah, it's good.
A chance to go to the cinema.
He don't even do the singing in it, does he?
He does.
Didn't he?
I heard someone else does this.
So the singing of the, it might not be the. It's kind of hard to explain without ruining the film, but like there's references to like live performances he did, and all that is audio from them live performances.
Okay, I thought someone else done the singing in it.
I mean, if it is someone else, it sounded exactly like him. But yeah, so like Nebworth, for instance, like the audio from that is when he sung there live.
Okay.
It's not like I mean, obviously, I probably edited to make it sound better than what it is or whatever, but it's definitely because you can hear the crowd and like I've seen the performance at Nebworth, so I know what I'm looking for, sort of thing.
So yeah, again, I love Robbie Williams, but again, like them films that they've been making, obviously they've all been good. Bohemian, I haven't seen all of them, but
Bohemian Rhapsody is unbelievable.
Hang on, they've done Tina, obviously Elvis,
Amy Winehouse as well.
Fantastic film.
What, Elvis or Back to Black? Elvis, oh mate, like again, if this is what I'm excited about with the Michael Jackson one, because Jafar Jackson, who's playing him, have you seen the pictures, right? Laferde, have you seen him?
Yeah.
No.
if
You
you've
had me,
got
you
your
had me at
phone,
Jafar. I thought that was Aladdin. What was it called? Jafar Jackson.
Yeah.
Jafar Jackson,
God, they were
just
definitely Aladdin fans.
have a little Google on it and have a look at the pictures of him as Michael. It is scary. And
Just a quick one,
it's,
going back to the Robbie Williams. It was a singer called Adam Tucker that
Ah,
re-recorded 200 hours of Robbie Williams songs.
wow.
Yeah, and he's only credited like in credits at the end. He doesn't really get
yeah, you
much.
don't see his face or nothing like that. No.
No, he re-recorded 200 hours of his songs.
To be fair, in the entire film, you don't see Robbie's face either.
Yeah.
It's literally all monkey. God, that sounds so bad.
Monkey see, monkey do.
Oh yeah, he does look like him. Wow.
He does. He looks very much like him.
And it all came from there was a clip of him singing a Michael song, and he just made his sound.
Is that the guy that was
him.
walking through like the train station or something? Or was that just another random guy that happened to look and sound exactly like Michael Jackson?
I know there's. I hate to say it, there's quite a big guy on Michael Jack on. I follow him.
TikTok.
It's quite on TikTok. Sorry, on Michael Jackson. It's quite a big guy. And the first video I see of him was doing "The Way You Make Me Feel" in a car park. And now I was like, mate, I'm in for this guy's journey.
I mean, you've made me feel pretty good in a few car parks too.
We're not meant to talk about that sort of stuff on the Now Laferde, all right?
Yeah, Woody's good at editing.
Just make it awkward for him. Brilliant. Yeah, like, that's what I mean. So Jafar Jackson, that's what I'm excited about, because with Elvis, Austin Butler, like, the thing is, he doesn't even actually look like Elvis, really. But
Or sound like him.
But the way
in
he
real life.
embodied him, the way he became, there's literal moments where I know it's not Elvis, but I was looking at the screen and where he had like the facial expressions from videos of Elvis I've seen 1,000 times. Like he'd look at the camera the way Elvis did, the exact same moment in a performance. Like there was moments where I'd go, "That's fucking Elvis.
Mm.
That's Elvis." So like with this Jafar Jackson, he is, I believe he's one of Michael's nephews or great nephews.
Yeah.
He looks like him. He sounds like him. Like one of the official pictures they released was in a dance studio where he's got the Billie Jean outfit, the sequin jacket, the hat, the gloves, and he's on his tiptoes. And oh my God, like I hadn't even seen a clip at like a second of this movie. I've seen pictures and I'm excited. So let's just hope they rectify whatever issues having. Woody,
Yes, mate.
we need to talk about some things going on. I know you've got the gaming channel going on.
Hell yeah.
Pardon?
I said hell yeah.
You've got the gaming channel going on, and I believe you're on a bit of a ramp up of what's going on there.
Yeah, so it's going to be like a proper launch of it, because we started it, last year, and we started the channel, never did anything with it. And I think with this year, with going bigger and better with season 3, it's something that we are going to kickstart, and it's basically going to start in the next coming weeks. So it's Talks to Dorks Gaming. The channel is up now. Link in the description to go follow that. Where I'm going to be running it. I'm going to get you boys to come and join me, and we'll play some games and just talk like we do on here, but while playing a different series of games.
So it's basically like a podcast, but with a bit of gaming involved. I like it. The brand is expanding. This is what I wanted. Scott still hasn't even sniffed at the website yet, but we should have a website by the end of 2030, at least. As long as he don't quit on me, that's all I care about.
Yeah, so speaking of Scott, it's currently me and him kind of like spearheading it, coming up with some ideas. We've got some big series planned to come out when WWE 2K25 drops. That's one big one we're working on right now. And I wanted to throw a question to you boys. What game would bring you over to Talk to Dorks Gaming? What game would you want to play? Because I think it'd be great to just get all of the dorks come in and play games that they love.
Okay, so the question is then, how open is this? Like if we said, what if we arranged an old school gaming night? Can that be done?
It's the ability to record it. So if we can figure out what console it is and we can get it recorded, which I think nowadays there's ways around everything.
You can emulate
So
a
that
lot of
people
old
can-
consoles. I do it
I
on
was
this
just about
laptop.
to say emulate. I mean,
Exactly.
I'm not gonna lie. I grew up in the Mega Drive era, and there's literally on the Xbox you can get the Mega Drive collection, and a
Yeah,
lot of
you
the
can,
games
yeah.
I love are on there. Oh my god, I need to introduce you boys to Kid Chameleon. You don't
I
understand.
think I've played that before.
Well, let's play it. Let's play it on the channel. That's what it's there for. I want us to be doing this, but in a gaming, playing a game and just talking about that game and what we love about it, what it brings back, memories. It's just a channel for everyone to sit and watch and enjoy, and maybe
And another one's pretty good that's on the Game Pass, and I started playing it, but I guarantee all of us have played it and even though I'm old compared to you two,
Yeah, you are.
um, I you
That
can
still
hear me
counts for
bit upward.
swearing.
You have to blur that out.
Change it to a thumbs up.
um, I guarantee we all played at least one of the original Crash Bandicoot games.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it is on. Yeah, I've installed both of them, and the racing one's on there too.
Yes.
I
Again,
am terrible at that, by the way.
can I just point out the third? I believe I've got Moon on Xbox because it comes up something to do with Moon. We've been mates now for 2017. This year will be 8 years we've been
It will
mates.
be.
We still don't have each other on Xbox.
That is.
We literally game me every night. You could join our other group, the Hard Workers group.
All right, okay. That sounds a bit too much hard work.
It's it's just for
it's
the
not we just
game.
game all the time.
That's why Woody's trying to turn it into a business, so he got a reason that there's another WhatsApp group.
Right.
So yeah, what other sort of games series would bring you boys over to join us over on that channel?
So what do you
What would
currently
you
play
wanna
on
see?
there, like COD and?
We play
So-
COD.
We play COD, but I don't want it just to be a Call of Duty channel. I want us
It'd be
to
boring.
Yeah.
try different games, like games from our past that we loved.
Again,
That's
what
the
would be
whole
good
point.
because on brand for the podcast is one of the Batman Arkham games.
Yes. Which
Mhm.
is your favourite one? I've got the Arkham Batman Origins logo tattooed on me, like the bat where he's got his wings spread and that. I've got that tattooed on me, and I've got the Origins Joker tattooed on me as well.
Is that the one? That's not the one, is it?
I can't even tell.
No, because that's just a cover up of an ex's name. But how do you get rid of a
How
villain?
dare you get rid of my name?
Well, no, your name's still on my butt cheek.
That's all right. Yours didn't on mine. It's someone else's.
Moan.
That was before I met you, to be fair.
What?
Don't worry, Laferde's not getting his ass out on season 3.
No. That could be on the.
Only fan.
I was going to say on the subscription
Dorks.
service, but
Yeah.
only Dorks.com. I can't remember what I was saying, but get the Batman Argo. You said what was my favourite? It's hard because it's either the first one because that game just
Asylum, yeah.
yeah, Arkham Asylum.
Yeah. It went Asylum, City, Origins, Night.
Night and Origins is probably my least favourite.
Yeah, I can appreciate that. It
Origins
didn't have the same voice actors either, so it didn't feel the same.
It felt like when they used to make like Friday the 13th Part 32. Like, what was the point? You're just doing it to use the name. But at least they brought it back with Arkham Knight. But I struggle like
The Batmobile did you in?
The Batmobile because I had Keaton's Batmobile and his costume
Right, okay.
running around in it. So that was enough for me. That was I was oversold with it. Have you ever played them, Wood, the Arkham games?
I've played one. I couldn't tell you which one it was. That's what I was just about to ask. Are they multiplayer games, or would it be
Origins was.
something we have to
The worst
play
of them all.
through?
Origins was, but because you can play it on backwards compatibility, but they took the servers down.
Do you know what is a good game to do two-player? I don't know if you can do. Yeah, I don't know whether like the servers are still up to do co-op, but Resident Evil 5.
Yes, what a game.
Oh, it's a great game.
The only one that was co-op, wasn't it? Because me and
Yeah.
Scott used to play.
No, 6 was as well. 6 was, but he jumped between different stories and timelines and stuff, so I just lost interest in it.
Yeah, no, I remember number 5 being it because me and my best mate, little Scott, we played that for hours. It's the only one I could convince him to play because every other one we used to have to take turns.
Yeah.
So with this one, it was alright. I didn't mind playing it because it really helped. Especially, I loved the. I don't know why, but I was obsessed with the time trials on that one as well. You
Okay.
could do two players at the end, like when you get the bonus stuff. You could
Yeah,
do
yeah, yeah.
time trials, and I was like where loads of zombies would come. Even though I don't like zombies on COD, that one I didn't mind. The big butcher geezer comes running after you, like that. You,
I played
pack
the
them up.
Resident Evil 2 remake, and as soon as that Mr. X started chasing me down, I was like, I'm shitting myself.
The anxiety them games give
Yeah,
you.
that is, like, compared to like back then, because back then you could barely tell what's what with the graphics, but now it's like
Yeah, but
HD
no,
and
but I don't know because like yes, when I go back now, I go the graphics are terrible, but back then, like Lara Croft, like when Lara Croft come out, I never really played it, but it was like, look at that water.
And a triangle
yeah,
tail.
that's what I thought he was going with that.
I went, ha.
Not look, there's a tiger chasing me or something. It's the triangles.
Yeah, square triangle, a Minecraft tiger's
That's the
chasing
point
after.
then. So you said you played the Mega Drive collection on Xbox now. How does it feel playing with like a different control and different layout of buttons and stuff? 'Cause back then it'd have been like they'd have been diagonal, wouldn't they?
I don't have it anymore. I had it on my 360,
Oh right,
but I
okay.
lost the disc. But and actually, to be honest, I think the Mega Drive collection's about 40 quid on the Xbox.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, they're pretty
really
pricey these
expensive.
days. Yeah.
Even though the games are like 30 odd years old, it's still really expensive because there's so many games on it, I suppose. But I don't know, like I remember playing a bit. To me, it needs a Mega Drive controller. I'm literally looking
Mhm.
at the Mega Drive here. I need it Mega Drive. Like if you've played a Mega Drive, like there was this old thing that like with a trick with a Mega Drive, if you wanted to like run fast, like there was a game called Olympic Sports. If you were wanted to do the 100-meter race, you used to get your lighter out instead of doing your fingers. You'd use your lighter really fast to make it go fast because it wouldn't hurt your fingers as much. Guarantee someone listening's gone, I remember doing that. I
Guarantee
remember the
someone's still
game.
got that lighter as well.
Yeah. And a beer mat from the pub.
Yeah.
But Resident Evil, let's touch on that. Did you all play 7?
I tried it. It didn't feel the
I don't know
same.
if I don't know if I played 7.
7, honest to God.
It's where you're in the house, isn't it?
Yeah, mate. Like, I always remember because again, Resident Evil is one of them games. Me and my,
No.
I don't know if I've told the story on the pod before, but I've told the story loads of times. But me and my brother-in-law Tel, we always played it. Like, since Resident Evil come out when I was like 12, so we always played it. Either he had it and played it, then I'd borrow it, or vice versa. Gone to 7, I got it, and I went and played it. And first night I got it, I was at home. It was a Friday night, I think, and I had work in the morning. So I stayed up late playing Resident Evil. I was hooked. Next morning, my mum was dropping me to work. She went, "How long in your room last night?"
Yeah, you
Do you mean?
you
I
told.
think I've told this story. And
I think so.
Do you mean? She went, all I kept hearing every 5 minutes was, "Hey." She was like, it sounded a bit weird going on up there. I was like, it was that game I was playing, Mum, Resident Evil. She was like, oh, I thought you was
Yeah, it's a
some
bit,
weird
it's a
stuff.
bit intense that one.
So then my brother-in-law Tel, I said to him, complete the game after a week or whatever. Yeah, go play it. He texted me. He'd had it about a week. Texted me, right, finally got a night. I'm going to get into this game. I'll let you know how I get on. Next morning, he texted me going, you can pick that game up. I was like, oh, you finished it? He went, oh, I played half hour of it, turned the fucking thing off. The shit out of me. It's that bit when
Yeah.
someone jumps out the wall in it, man. There's a bit. There's a bit in it as well where you're in a crawl space.
Oh yeah,
The
nah,
house.
no thanks.
You're in a crawl space, and I swear to God, I was like that. I had my controller with one hand, but I was one hand in my controller moving me forward. What do you want to see? It's just pitch black. You're in a crawl space under the house, and his face comes out of the darkness. Nah, too much.
Yeah, I think it's the first person horror games that do me in.
Yeah.
Or whether they're chasing you and stuff like that. Nah, absolutely nah.
Okay. Okay.
I think it's safe to say you guys are interested in coming on the channel then.
Mate,
Definitely.
mate,
Oh, I'm
listen,
down
this
for
was
that,
only
yeah.
meant to be a 5-minute segment. We've been into it for ages.
Yeah. So while we're on the subject of games, I've got a little quiz to chuck in halfway through this episode. Are you ready to be quizzed?
I
Little
hope
game
you've got a
to play.
trophy ready for me to win this.
Did you say halfway through this episode? No, I'd say three-quarters of the way through.
Yeah, about 3/4 away. That is a
Sorry,
little quiz.
I can't
Can
see
you
when you can't
remind me
tell time.
once we've done the game? Can you remind me? There's something else we need to talk about.
Yeah, yeah.
Briefly
So-
mention.
This quiz was put together by the lovely Tony. he sent me over. He was supposed to be here on this episode, so I'm guessing he was going to host this, and he put me in charge.
Well,
So
you better
it's
shave your head then.
It's a very, very random one. So,
I want the authentic Tony.
question number 1 was, who had the very last line in Friends? Was it A, Monica, B, Gunther, C, Chandler, D, Rachel?
Are we just shouting out?
I can give you the answer. Yeah.
MC.
C, Chandler.
Correct. Do any of you, for a bonus point, any of you know what the last line was?
Where?
Sure where. But yeah, I'll give it to you both. So that's a point for you both.
Laferde, come on, spud me. Yeah. Come on.
With thoughts, Friends.
That was a bit full, wasn't it?
Is that like you can have a Riddler?
Do you know what that reminds me of? Have you ever seen the Tom Hiddleston audition for 4?
Yes. My God, that is hilarious.
Yeah, but go on. Anyway, go on, next one.
We've got another Friends one. Who had the very last line in Friends? Is it A, Monica, B, Joey, C, Chandler?
We just done that one.
We literally just told you it was Chandler, and it was
sorry,
down to us
very first line. Sorry.
Ah.
Who had the very first line in Friends? Was it A, Monica, B, Joey, C, Chandler, or D, Phoebe?
Phoebe.
Wait, hang on, let me think before.
I remember the scene.
I remember the scene. I know, I literally watched it about a week ago, so this is
I think it was Phoebe. This is where my memories fail.
Who was the...
Monica, Joey, Chandler, or Phoebe?
Chandler again.
You're both wrong on that one.
Joey and
Monica.
Oh.
It was Monica. Yeah. She was my second choice.
The line was, "There's nothing to tell. It was just some guy." So there you go.
It was. I had Chandler because I'm sure, because it's the beginning is a little montage of clips. The clip in between little bits where they're basically it's the day. I feel like they're setting up that Rachel's about to appear in the wedding dress. So there's like a little quick. They're having quick conversations. So it's kind of like sampling. This is the sort of people they are.
What should actually be like some background actor that says the first thing, but no one actually picked up on it.
Yeah.
Right, I tell you, this is a very random quiz. How much does a cooked Big Mac weigh? Is it A, 200 grams, B, 205 grams, C, 210 grams, or D, 220 grams?
210, C.
Is this not like a trick question? Because they're different every single time you get one anywhere. Someone always shortchanges you with ingredients or whatever gives you them. And
I'm going off what Tony's question is.
I'm going with
he's got an answer.
B. I don't even know. So
B was 205. What did you say, Ray?
210.
The answer is 220 grams.
Where's Tony getting Big Macs from?
220 grams. Apparently it's 240 grams before it's cooked.
He has I think he's got a bit of an obsession with McDonald's. He must have the shit all the time, because how many McRibs on the day come out?
I don't know. We've got another food question. How many triangles are in a standard Toblerone? Is it A, 10, B, 11, C, 12, or D, 14?
12.
Go on, Laferde.
11.
Correct. Laferde got it correct.
Isn't it something to do with the amount of peaks that's in that mountain area?
I don't know. But if that is, then well done on that one.
That's a right guess if it is.
We'll have to Google that one. I'll Google it after. Who is the oldest Spice Girl? Is it A, Baby, B, Scary, C, Posh, or D, Ginger?
D.
I have no idea, mate. If you ask me a different question about them, I'd be able to answer that one. But
Ryan, that is correct.
Which is...
Do you know when she was born?
To be fair, he's got inside knowledge being old as well.
Yeah.
It's a thumbs up again. 1979.
1972, went far off.
Wow,
Same age as my mum.
We've got a movie question now. You both should be good at this one. Which movie came out first? Was it A, Lethal Weapon, B, Die Hard, C, Turner and Hooch?
Turner and Hooch.
Turner and Hooch. D, Ghost. Just Ghost. The way it's written. Which movie came out first?
This is the part where I've not seen any of them, so I don't know.
Lethal Weapon.
Correct, Ryan. No, do you know the year?
1988?
Oh, 1 year off, 1987.
87, right? Yeah.
Yeah, close.
I knew because it's. Have you got all of the years?
Yeah. So Die
Die
Hard,
Hard, 89,
88.
88. All right, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Turner and Hooch
Ghost.
was 89, and
And
Ghost was
Ghost was
1990.
1990. Yeah, that's the one I knew was 1990 because I love
Yeah.
that film. If you've never seen Ghost, mate, listen, I don't care if it's a chick flick. That film will not only there'll be a bit that scares you, but he is phenomenal. And Whoopi Goldberg, Oda May, great.
Moving on. Which fast food restaurant came to the UK first? Is it A, Burger King, B, McDonald's, C, KFC, or D, Pizza Hut?
I've answered all of these first. What are you guessing?
Pizza Hut.
McDonald's.
It was KFC.
Oh,
In
I thought KFC was the hardest one.
1965, the first KFC opened in the UK.
Random fact.
What?
Random fact for you about KFC. Go and look on their Twitter. They only follow 11 people.
The ingredient names or something, isn't it?
Herbs.
Spices or something.
Six Herb guys called Herb, and 5 Spice Girls.
Yeah. So random. What is
Clever
the
marketing.
surname of the family in Malcolm in the Middle? Is it A, Wilkerson, B, Wilkinson, C, Williamson, or D, Wilson?
I've got no idea. I've never seen that. I'm going to say Wilkinson.
What was the first two sounded the same?
So A was Wilkerson and B is Wilkinson.
C was.
C was Williamson.
I'm going to say Wilkerson just because it's just too unique a name to not be.
I'm going to say Wilkinson.
Wait, what did you say?
Wilkinson. B, I think.
What are you
That's correct.
saying? Right, Laferde, you got that correct.
It's not a normal sort of surname. Wilkerson. I've never heard that in my
So
life.
that was revealed in the pilot episode, something called France's Uniform. So, I've seen Malcolm in the Middle, but I didn't know that either. Right, this is a question for you both.
I don't
You
so.
should get this. How tall was the Dino Megazord?
You.
Was it?
Fuck knows.
Would you know it without me telling you, like giving you any?
No.
You think that we watched that and get a tape measure out and be like, oh yeah.
Okay, so A, 134 feet, B, 144 feet, C, 154 feet, or D, 164 feet?
C. I say. It's A.
B. Wait, what? Say him again.
134,
Yeah.
144, 154, 164.
I'm going to go
100.
C. I'm going to stick with C, but
144.
I think.
It was 134, Ryan. You were correct with A if you'd have gone with that anyway.
I went with the C. But yeah, I thought something struck me about sounding familiar about 134 as well.
Half the time I'm thinking that is a bloody tall actor to get in that suit.
Sometimes I'm thinking, who's that little boy behind that Megazord?
Oh my god, what's it?
Why is there a random
Sniffler or
child
something
stood
like
behind
episode.
that towering robot that's bigger than the buildings?
A bloody tickle
I love
sneezer.
it. Yeah.
One more question for you. This is kind of relevant to what we were speaking about earlier on with Batman. How many episodes of Adam West's Batman were there? Was it A, 60, B, 80, C, 100, or D, 120?
I do not know.
What was C and D?
80 and 100. And
C
120.
was 100, D was 120, B's 80, and A is 60.
D.
The third?
B.
It was correct, Ryan. It was 120 episodes.
I was going to go with the short of the first one. Did you say A?
I said B.
Oh, but I was going to say A because I was like, there was only 3 seasons of it, but most of them they would usually find out what happened next week. So there was 40 episodes a season. Sounds about right.
So that was 4-3 on that quiz, right? You took the lead. You won that one. You're close,
would
Laferde.
Yeah, I'm going to say closer than I
No.
expected, considering I've not heard of half of what we just talked about.
It started so well, me and Laferde looked at each other like, smashing this. We're gonna,
Friends, easy.
we're like Friends, last line in Friends. Every Friends fan knows who got that line because it strikes you even harder now. Even harder now he's gone. But yeah, it took a bit of a turn, to be honest. Like, how much does a Big Mac weigh?
I've
Tony,
never ever
seriously.
weared a Big Mac
You can
or any
blame Tony
sport
on that
food in
one.
my life.
Tony, mate, come on. Listen, boys, we're back, right? Season 3 is here. We've come to the end of an episode. Now, we have some big news, and I know Woody would be desperate to talk about it. I'm desperate to talk about it. The third probably don't give two flying pence, PG era, about it, but you're involved whether you like it or not. We can't officially give you everything, but never say die, all right? There's always a way around things. Always. May 31st, if you're listening or you're watching, May 31st, put it in your diaries. Put it in your diaries if you're a fan of this podcast.
Is that when Goonies is coming out?
No, Goonies has been out for 40 years this year, Ryan.
It's not to do with a Goonie, though, isn't it?
There's some Goonie involved, maybe. For example, Goonies' 40th anniversary happens in May. So, again, we can say too much, but as I said before, never say die. That is what we need to remember. Never say die.
And it's not a James Bond film.
It's not a James Bond film. The Goonies never say die. That's the expression from the Goonies, thinking about it, to be honest. But May 31st, if you're a fan of this podcast, make sure you keep that date free for now. May 31st.
Keep an eye on the socials as well, because definitely something will be dropping on there very, very soon.
Wow, Woody making eye jokes type.
Ooh, didn't see that coming, did you, Laferde?
No, I didn't.
Fuck's sake. I'm swearing again, PG era's gone out the window. Woody's got a bleep. Also, by the way,
It's alright, boys.
when
I
I
can't
won that
even see
game,
out my
I
left
want
eye
like a
right now.
banner above my head saying winner, King Dingaling, King Dingaling, and all that. But, okay, May 31st, if you're a fan of the podcast, keep it free. May 31st, if you're a fan of some of the people we've had on this podcast, maybe you're a fan of people that are about to come on this podcast, keep your date free. Most importantly, if you're a wrestling fan, keep May 31st free. And if one last little bit of information I could probably give you, if you don't know where Basildon, Essex is, probably give it a Google. Check the distance.
Start looking for hotels.
Start looking for hotels. Start looking for train tickets, maybe. May 31st, Basildon, wrestling, podcast.
Be there.
One more time. Never say die. Trying to do the people's eyebrow. I can't say no more because this is literally the worst kept secret going. I cannot give you no more information. We cannot give you no more information. I'm waiting for Laferde to just blurt it all
I
out.
don't have any information to give you, so don't worry.
I mean,
I'm like the Tom Holland of this group. Like I don't get told anything in case it just gets blurted out.
yeah, but to be fair, again, I don't mean to make the joke. I would like to say you've seen the poster, but I'm still not sure if you've seen the poster.
I was the first one to vote on that. Thank you very much.
No, you don't get it.
I'm not falling for this anymore. Season 3, I'm going to be the bigger person.
See how long that lasts.
Season 3,
Depends how heavy these Big
episode.
Macs are.
Yeah, 220 grand by all accounts. Jesus Christ.
That's me taking some
It's
scales to
annoying
my case.
because I'm going to come off of here and I'm going to Google that. Just make
Yep.
sure it's Tony.
Alright.
I wanna,
Hope to God Tony has Googled his answer and not just made it up.
Not just weird one that he got one time.
Today.
the one that looked the closest to the
But I
picture.
didn't even specify if it included the box or not.
He did say a fully cooked quarter pounder. He didn't say fully cooked quarter pounder in a box. That's the only way I can. That's the way I took it.
That's how they'd get around it, though, wouldn't it? By including the box
true.
in the weight.
I just
It is
Googled it.
true.
It is true.
Okay. Season 3, episode 2. We are finished and over. Don't forget, if you haven't already, Woody, what should our listeners do?
Follow us on all our socials.
Follow us on all our socials. Laferde, let's see if you've done your homework. What would you search for our socials?
At Talk Dork Podcast.
Fucking
Yes.
legend. See, I knew I could trust him. See, he's been doing his research. He's got himself a little setup. He's got to put some stuff in behind it. My
Taking it
man is here
seriously.
to stay. I like it. That's why I was concerned you weren't taking it seriously by sitting on the end of your bed, to be honest, and literally not turning your phone. How much better is it not having to hold your phone?
So much. It's actually pretty relaxing.
See,
Exactly, mate. We just sit here and talk.
My battery is
That's what it's
just
all about.
fine.
there you go. You ain't got to worry. Hopefully your laptop's plugged in.
Yeah.
Right. At Talk Talk Podcast, go like, follow, subscribe, go do what you got to do. Honestly, keep May 31st free.
One more thing. This
Go
now
on,
comes
Lee.
out on a Tuesday, so keep your eyes peeled on our
Oh,
socials
yeah.
on a Tuesday.
Eyes again, Woody. Come on.
He's doing-
How else are you meant to see it?
I'm just going to start wearing a patch or something on my eyes and just get it out there before we start.
Oh, I mean, you might need a gimmick for this thing that's happening on May 31st. So
I already have
be
a great
pirate.
idea planned.
Be a pirate.
Oh, you just
Arr.
hobble around with a wooden leg.
I mean, there'll be enough people on hand that know how to break legs.
That is true. That would hurt
Yeah,
getting a
very
super kick from a wooden leg.
We have a new look. We have a new logo. We have a new season. We have a lot coming up. This is Talks with Dogs. This is season 3. I'm Ryan. That's Woody. That's Laferde. I'll say it how I always say it. See you later.
Adios.
See you next time.
Same fat time. Same fat channel.